Dear students, we are studying chapter molecular basis of inheritance, and we are studying about DNA, which is the biomolecule which is responsible for inheritance, and it is the most important biomolecule which fascinates us, and many of the scientists are doing many of the researches on this. So we studied about the structure of DNA. That DNA, it is a double helical structure, and the model of this DNA was proposed by Watson and Crick. James Watson and Francis Crick. How they proposed the model? The diffraction data, X-ray diffraction data was given by Wilkins and Franklin. What the Francis Crick and James Watson did, they studied this X-ray diffraction data and then gave the simple and the famous model known as double helical structure for the DNA. Now, as we know that a DNA, it is made of nucleotides. Now, nucleotides, they consist of DNA. What is there? Nitrogenous base, pentose sugar and phosphate group. So we have divided this nitrogenous bases into two categories, that is purine and pyrimidine. Now purine, it consists of adenine and thymine, and pyrimidine, it consists of guanine, cytosine and DNA. Now Erwin Chargaff, he said that the ratio in a double stranded DNA, the ratio of adenine and thymine and guanine and cytosine are constant and equals to 1. Means a ratio of A and T or a ratio of G and C, that is equal to 1, and that remains constant. This is the Chargaff rule, and in what he said, that the ratio of the adenine and guanine and means A and T or C or G, and the ratio will be always equal to 1 and it will remain constant. Now, as DNA, it is a double helical structure. As we have talked earlier, it is a double helical structure. Then we talked about a nucleotide chain in which many of the nucleotides, they are arranged, and we talked that a nucleotide consists of a nitrogenous base, then pentose sugar and phosphate group. So what is we are able to see here, that this DNA, in this DNA two strands of DNA are there. अगर हम बात करें तो यहाँ पर जो है हमें क्या देखने को मिल रहा है कि जो है डबल स्ट्रैंडेड है, एंड इन द डबल स्ट्रैंडेड बेस पेयरिंग is there in between the two strands of DNA, and the base pairing, in the base pairing all the nucleotides, they are complementary to each other, and therefore if the sequence of the base of one strand is known, suppose this is a strand, and if we know the sequence of one strand, means here it is A, it is T, it is C, it is G. This is the one strand and these are the nitrogenous bases. Then we can determine the base pairing or the nitrogenous bases present on the another strand. आप इस चीज़ को क्लियर कर लीजिएगा कि DNA जो है इट इज़ अ डबल हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर. इन दिस डबल हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर व्हाट वी स्टडीड कि फॉस्फेट एंड पेंटोज शुगर, what they are forming, they are forming the backbone, means they are present here, and nitrogenous bases they are projecting. तो यहाँ पर जो है क्या प्रेजेंट होंगे, सपोज वी टेक अ सिंगल स्ट्रैंड ऑफ DNA, this is the single strand of DNA, here phosphate group and pentose sugar are present, and these are the nitrogenous bases which are projecting. So one, if we consider one strand and if we know the nitrogenous bases present, suppose T, A, G, C, then we can determine the nitrogenous base sequence of the another strand. अगर हमें एक strand की nitrogenous base पता है, suppose we draw this strand in a straight line form, and if we know the sequence of one strand, it is written as A, T, G, C, then we can determine the base pairing of or the nitrogenous bases present on the another strand. Means here with A what we have studied कि जो pairing होगी, then this A it will combine with T, base pairing T and A, G with C and C with G. Means if this question comes in the exam and if the nitrogenous base sequencing of one strand is given, then you can easily find the base sequence of the another strand. Then this DNA, as we know, it is a double stranded structure, and DNA, it acts as a template for synthesis of new strand. Means हमने we have talked about the cell division. When a cell divides, what happens, जो DNA है वो भी क्या हो जाता है, separate हो जाता है. And what will happen if we talk about the division of a cell? What happens? This is a cell. This is nucleus. Now chromosomes, DNA are present. Now when this cell will divide, what will happen? These two strands will get separated. Now what will happen? This strand will form another strand. यानी ये जो strand है वो अपनी ही copy बनाएगा. तो this forming of the another strand, तो यहाँ पर क्या होगा, one strand is acting as a template and it will form the new strand, and the two double stranded DNA will be produced, and that two double stranded or the double stranded DNA जो produce होंगे, they will be identical to their parental DNA molecule. Now we will talk about the salient features of double helical structure of DNA. A DNA, it is made of two polynucleotide chains, where the backbone, it consists of sugar and phosphate, and the bases projects inside. We have talked about it, that this is the double helical structure. These are the backbones, and sugar, this nitrogenous bases, they are projecting inside. Then second point is the two chains have anti-parallel polarity. Anti-parallel polarity means this is the double helical structure. If we talk about this strand, this is the 3' end, then its opposite end will be 5'. Now if we talk about the second strand, this will be the 5' end, and it will be the 3' end. Means what we are seeing here, that the two chains, they have anti-parallel polarity. It means one chain has polarity 5' 3' and the other chain will have the polarity 3' 5'. Now the bases in the two strands are paired through hydrogen bond. We have studied that in a nucleotide chain what are present and what are forming the backbone, sugar and phosphate group. और हमने क्या पढ़ा कि जो नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस हैं वो अंदर की तरफ क्या कर रहे हैं, प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं. नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस मीन्स A, T, C और G. Now what will happen, adenine, it will form two hydrogen bonds with thymine from the opposite strand, as we are able to see in this diagram also. See here, this is adenine. This is adenine of one nucleotide chain. This is the second nucleotide chain. Now adenine, it forms base pairing with thymine, complementary to each other they are. Now what we are able to see, that this adenine is joined with thymine by two bonds, and these are hydrogen bonds. Now next, wherever we will see A is forming bond with T, the hydrogen bond will be there and two hydrogen bonds are there. But what we are able to see in G and C, that there are three hydrogen bonds. Means what we can say, that adenine, it is joined with thymine with two hydrogen bonds, whereas guanine with cytosine, it forms three hydrogen bonds. And as a result, always what we will see, that a purine, it comes opposite to pyrimidine. एक purine होगा and the other it will be pyrimidine. Now next is, two chains are coiled in right-handed fashion. As we have talked that the DNA, it is a double helical structure, and the two chains, they are coiled around each other in a right-handed fashion. The pitch of the helix is 3 nm. This is the pitch and it is 3.4 nanometer, and this nanometer, it is 1 billionth of a meter. So, and what we can see, that there are roughly 10 बेस पेयर्स इन ईच टर्न। हर एक टर्न के अंदर हम क्या देख पाएंगे कि यहाँ पर जो है बेस पेयर्स कितने होंगे। दिस इज वन टर्न एंड इन दिस वन टर्न 10 बेस पेयर्स विल बी प्रेजेंट. So the distance between one base pair will be 0.3 nm. Because why it will be this? क्योंकि यहाँ पर कितने जो है कितने प्रेजेंट है, 10 बेस पेयर प्रेजेंट है हर एक टर्न में, और जो उनके बीच में जो डिस्टेंस है, पिच है उसकी, वो कितनी है 3.4. सो व्हेन दिस 3.4 इट इज डिवाइडेड बाय 10, कितना आएगा, इट विल बी 0.34. सो दिस इज द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन अ बेस पेयर इन अ हेलिक्स which is approximately equal to 0.34 nm. I think it is clear to you. It is one turn, and in one turn how many base pairs are present? 10 base pairs are present. And if we talk about the pitch, it is 3.4 nm. So this 3.4, it is divided by 10. So distance between a base pair, it is equal to 0.34 nm. Now the plane of one base pair, what we are able to see here in the diagram also, it is clearly mentioned that they are stacked over one another. See here, these are the base pairs, and these base pairs, they are stacked over one another, and this in addition to hydrogen bonds, it provide the stability to the helical structure. Means hydrogen bonds are there to provide the stability to this structure, and other than this, there is what is present, plane of one base pair is stacked over other. जो एक दूसरे के ऊपर इन्होंने ढेर लगा रखा है बेस पेयर का, this also provides stability to the double helical structure of DNA. Now if we talk about the structure of purine and pyrimidine, the distance between the two polynucleotide chains remains constant, and the double helical structure of DNA, it was proposed by Watson and Crick, and then its simplicity, it is very simple structure which can be studied very easily, and it provides many of the useful information about the genetic implications. And more the revolutions came after the study of this Watson and Crick model. Now then Crick proposed the central dogma also. What is central dogma? The central dogma, it gives the information that how the informations are flowing from DNA to RNA and from RNA to protein. See, the whole chapter is dependent upon the DNA, RNA and protein. Firstly, because in majority of the organism, DNA is the genetic material. When a cell divides, what happens? The two strands of the DNA get separated, और जो दो स्ट्रैंड बने वो अपनी कॉपी बनाएंगे. तो यहाँ पर क्या हुआ, डीएनए के स्ट्रैंड पर डीएनए की कॉपी बनी. मीन्स व्हाट वी कैन से कि जिस डीएनए को स्ट्रैंड को यूज़ करते हुए दूसरी कॉपी बनी है, दैट फर्स्ट स्ट्रैंड इज नोन एज टेम्पलेट. नाउ डीएनए ने अपने जैसा डीएनए बना लिया. अगेन डबल हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर इज देयर इन अ सेल. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन, दिस डीएनए इट प्रोड्यूसेस what RNA, and this RNA, it is responsible for the production of proteins. So the what is happening, DNA ने RNA बनाया, RNA ने proteins बनाए. So what it is showing, that the genetic information is flowing from DNA to RNA and RNA to protein, from DNA to RNA and RNA to protein. Because DNA present in all living organisms, when a cell is dividing, it is producing its daughter DNA. Now this DNA, what it will do, it will synthesize RNA, and these RNA, they will synthesize proteins. So the information is flowing from DNA to RNA and RNA to protein, and this is known as central dogma, and it was given by Francis Crick. Now there is an exception also, that if we talk about the viruses, in the viruses the information, flow of information is in reverse direction. What is that reverse direction? Means the information flows from RNA to DNA. So first we will discuss about this, that in viruses, as you know, the genetic material is RNA. So this RNA, it will transfer its information to DNA. So here the direction is reversed, so this is known as reverse transcriptase, and the enzyme responsible for this is reverse transcriptase, and the process is known as reverse transcription. reverse हो गया, उल्टा हो गया. DNA में क्या था? From DNA to RNA, RNA to protein, but in viruses from RNA to DNA. So this is known as reverse, it is taking place in reverse direction, so it is known as reverse transcription. Now this is the central dogma which was proposed by Crick. Here we are able to see that DNA, it is synthesizing its own copy, so it is known as a replication. Replica means copy. Now this DNA, it will form the RNA which is known as transcription, and when this RNA, it forms the protein, the process is known as translation, and the information is flowing in a sequence, so this is known as central dogma. Now the packaging of DNA helix. If we talk about the distance between two base pairs, so what is its distance? It is 0.34 nanometer. Just we have calculated in our previous topic that the number of base pairs in a turn is 10, and the distance, it is 3.4 nm, the pitch of the helix. So the distance between the two base pairs is 0.34 nm. अगर हमें लेंथ कैलकुलेट करनी है डीएनए डबल हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर की, तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा? जो लेंथ है इट विल बी 6.6 इंटू 10⁹ बेस पेयर. हमने अपनी प्रीवियस क्लास में क्या पढ़ा था कि ये कितनी है? 3 जो है बेस पेयर जो है लेंथ ऑफ द डीएनए की हमने बात की थी. ह्यूमन बीइंग के अंदर हैप्लॉइड कंटेंट ऑफ डीएनए इट इज़ 3.3 इंटू 10⁹ बेस पेयर. But here we are talking about the diploid, so the numbers will be 6.6 into 10⁹ base pair. और अगर हमें डिस्टेंस निकालना हो, so we will multiply it by 0.34 into 10⁻⁹ base pair, and the answer will be it is 2.2 meters. मीन्स कि एक सिंगल न्यूक्लियस के अंदर जो डीएनए है उसकी लेंथ कितनी हो गई? 2.2 मीटर. न्यूक्लियस इज वेरी माइन्यूट, वेरी माइक्रोस्कोपिक इन स्ट्रक्चर. सो नाउ इमेजिन हाउ दिस मच लॉन्ग डीएनए कैन अकोमोडेट इटसेल्फ इनटू द न्यूक्लियस. तो यानी वो क्या होगा? बहुत ही ज़्यादा किस फॉर्म में होगा? कॉइल्ड फॉर्म के अंदर होगा. एंड इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द लेंथ ऑफ ई कोलाइज डीएनए, इट कम्स टू बी 1.36 mm, and the number of many of the base pairs will be formed, and we can calculate the number of base pairs in E. coli. Now if we talk about the prokaryotes, for example E. coli, they do not have well defined nucleus, so DNA is not scattered. चाहे न्यूक्लियस वेल डिफाइंड नहीं है, DNA scattered नहीं होगा. DNA जो है इट इज़ अ नेगेटिवली चार्ज पार्टिकल, तो देयर विल बी सम प्रोटीन्स जो कि जिनके ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है, एंड देयर विल बी अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन दीज टू. दिस DNA will be held by these proteins, and that region is known as nucleoid. So the DNA in the nucleoid is organized in large loops. यानी कौन होल्ड कर रहा है उनको? प्रोकैरियोट्स के अंदर प्रोटीन्स होल्ड कर रहे हैं. किसको? डीएनए को, क्योंकि उसके बाहर कोई मेम्ब्रेन नहीं है. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द यूकैरियोट्स में तो वेल डेवलप्ड न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट है. व्हाट इज देयर? पॉजिटिवली चार्ज्ड प्रोटॉन्स प्रेजेंट है. दीज पॉजिटिवली चार्ज प्रोटॉन्स दे आर कॉल्ड एज हिस्टोन्स. सो अब प्रोटीन व्हाट इट विल डू? इट विल एक्वायर चार्ज. अब किस तरह का? हमने क्या पढ़ा कि जो पॉजिटिवली चार्ज प्रोटीन्स हैं उनको हम क्या कह रहे हैं? हिस्टोन्स कह रहे हैं. और जो प्रोटीन है वो डिपेंड करेंगे कि उनके ऊपर किस तरह का चार्ज आ रहा है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द अपेंडेंस ऑफ अमीनो एसिड रेजिड्यूज. जो वहाँ पर जो चेन्स प्रेजेंट हैं, वहाँ जो अमीनो एसिड रेजिड्यू प्रेजेंट हैं उनके ऊपर जो है कौन सा चार्ज है. हिस्टोन्स जो हैं दे आर रिच इन बेसिक अमीनो एसिड रेजिड्यूज. और कौन से बेसिक अमीनो एसिड रेजिड्यू होंगे? लाइसिन एंड आर्गेनिन. और दोनों की दोनों जो अमीनो एसिड्स हैं उनके ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज प्रेजेंट है. सो हिस्टोन्स जो हैं दे विल फॉर्म द यूनिट ऑफ 8 मॉलिक्यूल्स कॉल्ड एज हिस्टोन ओक्टामर. हमें क्लियर हो गया हिस्टोन जो हैं वो क्या है? पॉजिटिवली चार्ज बेसिक प्रोटीन्स हैं. प्रोटीन्स की जो स्मॉलर यूनिट है, सिंपलर यूनिट है, अमीनो एसिड्स, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन कि किस तरह के अमीनो एसिड हैं उस तरह का चार्ज वहाँ प्रेजेंट होगा। हिस्टोन्स में जो प्रोटीन्स प्रेजेंट हैं दे आर अमीनो एसिड रेजिड्यू, लाइसिन एंड आर्गेनिन, एंड दैट्स वाई दे हैव पॉजिटिव चार्ज। अगर हम स्ट्रक्चर की बात करते हैं, हिस्टोन जो है उसके पास 8 मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, so it is forming histone octamer. Now histone, it is positively charged, DNA they are negatively charged. So what they will do, these DNA will wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer to form a structure which is called as nucleosome, as you are able to see in the diagram also, that what is shown here, that this histone octamer, so we are able to see here that these are the histone. This is the histone octamer and these are the DNAs. Histone octamer, it has positive charge and whereas DNA has negative charge. तो यहाँ पर DNA ने उसे क्या कर लिया है, रैप कर लिया है. Now if we talk about a typical nucleosome, and this structure it is called as nucleosome. Nucleosome means when histones are wrapped by DNA. This structure is known as nucleosome. Now a nucleosome, it contains 200 base pair of DNA helix. This is the DNA helix और इसके कितने base pair present होंगे, 200 base pairs present होंगे. And nucleosome, it consists the repeating structure of unit that is called as chromatin. यहाँ पर क्या present होंगे, chromatin. Chromatin जो है वो thread like structures present होते हैं न्यूक्लियस के अंदर. न्यूक्लियोसोम इन क्रोमेटिन आर सीन एज बीड्स ऑन स्ट्रिंग. तो अगर हम इस क्रोमेटिन के अंदर न्यूक्लियोसोम को देखना चाहें तो वो हमें क्या नज़र आएंगे, एक तरह के बीड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर नज़र आएंगे इन दिस वे एज इट इज़ शोन इन द डायग्राम. सो बीड्स जो हैं ऑन द स्ट्रिंग, इट इज़ इन एक्चुअल क्या है, क्रोमेटिन जो है वो पैक्ड हो गए हैं किस फॉर्म में, फाइबर्स के फॉर्म में. दिस इज रिलेवेंट विद द चैप्टर सेल डिवीजन ऑफ क्लास 11th, जहाँ हमने क्या पढ़ा था कि सेल जो है उसके पास क्रोमोसोम्स जो हैं वो किस फॉर्म में है, पहले थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर में है जिसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, क्रोमेटिन मटेरियल बोलते हैं. एंड व्हेन ए सेल इज गोइंग टू डिवाइड, दिस क्रोमेटिन फाइबर्स दे अरेंज देमसेल्व्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स, कंडेंस हो जाते हैं और वो क्या बन जाते हैं, क्रोमोसोम्स बन जाते हैं. सो यहाँ पर हम बात कर रहे हैं क्रोमेटिन थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स. और न्यूक्लियोसोम्स जो हैं वो किस तरह नज़र आएंगे, बीड्स ऑन द स्ट्रिंग नज़र आएंगे. दे विल बी पैक्ड, कॉइल्ड एंड कंडेंस्ड एट मेटाफेज स्टेज ऑफ सेल डिवीजन. मीन्स वी विल बी एबल टू सी देम एट मेटाफेज